Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsat. Let's have a look at the headlines. Sri Lanka marks 100 years of broadcasting with Broadcasters Symposium 2025. Automobile Association launches vehicle testing campaign for road safety. News in detail. Marking 100 years of broadcasting in the country, the Sri Lanka Broadcasters Symposium 2025 was held at a hotel in Colombo earlier today. The symposium, which brought together a wide array of stakeholders in the media industry, was organized by Broadcasters Guild of Sri Lanka in partnership with the Ministry of Mass Media.
The Minister of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, participated as the chief guest of the event. The event focused on a range of key topics, including the future of broadcasting over the next 5 years, media policy development, publication rights, and strategies for resolving ongoing challenges in the industry. Speaking at the event, the country representative of the United Nations Development Programme, Asusa Kubota, emphasized the need for a credible media environment free of hate speech and discrimination. The keynote speaker of the event, Professor of Media and Journalism at Universitas Islam Indonesia, Professor Masduki, said that the commercial media around the world is on crisis due to the politicization of media institutions.
Information, integrity, access to credible media, and an environment free of hate speech and disinformation are central to our mission. Media is not just a channel of information. It is a public good. It shapes national conversation, reflects public sentiment, and holds power to account. This message is reinforced in the latest Human Development Report 2025, which was launched last week here in Sri Lanka. The report is entitled Matter of Choice, People and Possibilities in the Age of AI. And it highlights how the choices we make today, especially managing information, technology, and AI, will shape whether development becomes more inclusive or more unequal. The role of trusted, ethical media is central to that challenge.
When media are politicized, when media are controlled by the owners who also being a politician, that will be a danger for the health of the media itself in the future. In particular, according to my current research, whenever a media run by the politician, the content should be controlled by the politician, right? And then it would be a danger for developing a trusted content among the audience in the long term. That's what happened not only in Indonesia in the last 10 years, but also in some other countries in Southeast Asia.
Speaking at the event, Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that media personnel, policymakers and other stakeholders must role in ensuring the integrity of the media industry. The minister emphasized the importance of collective effort to mitigate the damages of misinformation and digital algorithms that shape public discourse.
The journey of our broadcasting sector from analog beginnings to the digital frontier has been remarkable. But the next chapter demands thoughtful reflection, strong ethics, and decisive innovation. Broadcasting is more than a medium. It is a public trust. In this changing world, where misinformation spreads faster than truth and digital algorithms shape public discourse, our collective responsibility as media professionals, policymakers, and stakeholders become ever more important. The symposium could not be more timely. It brings together a unique mix of visionaries, from technology experts and AI researchers to seasoned journalists and community voices. The topics explored today, digital disruption, commercial sustainability, media accountability, and regulatory reform, are at the heart of building a resilient, inclusive, and ethical broadcasting sector. As a Minister of Health and Mass Media, we remain committed to enabling this transformation. The draft National Media Policy outlines our vision, a media environment that is pluralistic, independent, responsible, and future-ready. It seeks to establish an autonomous regulatory framework, strengthen public service broadcasting, support community media, and promote innovation, especially as we transition into AI-enhanced and digitally driven ecosystems.
Under the UN's Decade of Action for Road Safety Program, the Automobile Association of Ceylon launched the Vehicle Testing Can Save Lives campaign. The initiative was officially launched in Colombo recently, aiming to raise awareness about the critical importance of regular vehicle testing and maintenance to prevent road accidents and ensure public safety.
The campaign highlights a significant gap in Sri Lanka's road safety framework. While heavy vehicles like lorries and buses undergo regular roadworthiness testing, most other vehicles do not. With over 8 million registered vehicles in Sri Lanka representing more than 40% of the adult population, less than 20% undergo roadworthiness testing apart from mandatory emission checks. This lack of comprehensive testing is a contributing factor to the increasing number of fatal accidents caused by technical faults. Issues like malfunctioning brakes, inadequate headlights, and poor tire conditions not only endanger lives but also result in billions of rupees in damages to property and healthcare costs. AA Ceylon, supported by the FIA Mobility Grant Program, is advocating for a cost-effective vehicle testing solution in collaboration with the National Council for Road Safety, Ministry of Transport, universities, police and public groups. The campaign aims to introduce workable solutions to ensure all vehicles meet basic safety standards without imposing a financial burden on owners. Devapriya Hettiarachchi, Secretary of AA Ceylon, emphasized the campaign's urgency, urging all road users to support the initiative.
Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The Colombo Central Bus Stand, a key transport hub in Sri Lanka, is set for an upgrade under the government's Clean Sri Lanka initiative. This was discussed during a meeting chaired by Secretary to the President Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanayaka, held at the Presidential Secretariat recently.
The refurbishment plans include modernizing key facilities such as the canteen, rest area, ticket counters, administrative unit, operations room and driver's quarters. Established in 1964 and covering 1.42 hectares, the bus stand currently accommodates 15,000 to 20,000 buses daily, serving as a vital transit point for thousands of commuters. As part of the same initiative, 50 major bus stands across the country are also slated for renovation with support from the Sri Lanka Air Force. The meeting was attended by Transport Minister Bimal Ratnayaka, senior officials from the Sri Lanka Air Force and other government representatives.
Renewable energy company Resource Energy PLC launched Sri Lanka's first ever green bond issued by a non-banking energy firm. Resource Energy's green bond, which opened today, offers investors two fixed return options, a 4-year bond at 11.55% annual returns and a 5-year bond at 11.75%.
The 1 billion rupee initiative aims to fund new solar energy projects and refinance existing debt, marking a significant milestone in the country's journey toward a sustainable energy future. The bond will be listed on the Colombo Stock Exchange, enabling broad investor participation. Over 55% of the bond's proceeds will be allocated to developing 8 megawatt of solar capacity, expected to generate 50 gigawatt hours of clean energy annually and reduce Sri Lanka's carbon footprint by approximately 10,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions each year. The remaining funds will bolster renewable energy growth and international projects, including an expansion into East Africa. Resource Energy currently operates 11 renewable energy plants producing 75 gigawatt hours annually and views its clean energy projects as vital to Sri Lanka's climate goals and energy resilience. Managing Director Kishan Nanayakara highlighted that the bond provides a cost-effective alternative to traditional bank loans, offering long-term stability amidst rising interest rates.
I think the when you look at a long period of time, you got to go through the peaks and valleys, and here we as entrepreneurs, as businessmen, we are here to take that risk as well as take it consciously as well as in a calculated form. That's why we are also looking at diversifying out of Sri Lanka as well. If you look at our financials over a long period of time, we've been listed since 2010. So we have 14 years, almost 15 years of financial results. We have been subject to certain vagaries, certain challenges. But how good that is for an investor is very well written out there.
Samudi Trading Company Private Limited, the authorized distributor of Amaran automotive batteries in Sri Lanka, celebrated 20 years of partnership with India's Amara Raja Energy and Mobility Limited. A media conference in Colombo recently marked this milestone, highlighting 2 decades of growth, innovation and collaboration.
The partnership, established in 2005, has transformed Amaron into a leading automotive battery brand in Sri Lanka. Speaking at the event, Samudi Trading Company Chairman Gamini Ratnayaka underscored the brand's success in building trust and delivering value. Looking ahead, the company aims to capture 40% market share by introducing a 35 Ah battery for 3-wheelers and auxiliary batteries for hybrid vehicles. Amaron also plans to launch a mobile app offering paperless warranty management and roadside assistance, elevating customer service standards. Amara Raja Energy Mobility Executive Director Harsha Vardhana Gurineni reiterated the importance of the Sri Lankan market in their international strategy, praising the partnership for fostering innovation and customer-first service.
If you are selling a good quality product, we might as well stand behind it. And that's when we started giving a 5-year warranty, an upfront warranty. Since we are selling the products that last long, might as well stand behind the product on day one. Over the years, a product like battery has to last that period. People need to experience the period and then come to the conclusion that it is a quality product. Once customers used the product, they found that Amaron actually lasts that long, and that's when the switch started happening and Amaron started growing in this market at a ferocious pace.
Stay tuned for stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today. The All Share Price Index gained by 344.42 points to close at 17,535.62, and the S&P SL 20 gained by 85.11 points to close at 5,219.01. The turnover was over 5.9 billion rupees and over 253 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.